Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. Current students, old friends, alums of the stage, faculty members, friends of Joe Neglia. His reach is great, and I think today is just a testimony to that. I don't want to make this afternoon a formal affair, because I just don't think that really would be in the spirit of Joe, and I don't think that would make him at all comfortable. Because he kept saying, you know, I have a poster. I have a poster now, Chris. You know, do you know I have a poster? And he even has a T-shirt now. And then I was kind of getting sick and tired of him because he actually wanted a bobblehead. And as Mr. Schweitzer had pointed out, we were having some technical difficulties in trying to create a bobblehead, so we scrapped that idea. You know, I think we all would be truly remiss if we were not in some way to mark the incredible influence that Joe has had on our lives. You know, every year, as was evident last night and the previous two nights, Joe is successful at bringing magic to the Seton Hall Prep stage, and I think that's something that we all can attest to. It's evident in everyone's faces. It's evident in the extraordinary things that are resulting on that stage every year. You know, we were there, and you know, Joe has done tremendous things in helping to transform each of us in a very profound way. You recognize that in each and every one of us, there's something inside that seems to want to get out, and you give us that permission to sing and dance, you know, with reckless abandon. And again, that too is evident over the past few nights. You have also mastered, and I think you would be very proud of this, Joe, but you have mastered what I, again, will refer to here as subversive education. You know, you use music, your musicals, you use your stories to impart larger life lessons. In reflecting on Joe's influence, my older brother Patrick wrote, Joe imparted his wisdom to us in a very fresh and unique way, treating his students as interested equals rather than mere students or subjects. You are a teacher, you are a mentor, a colleague, a confidant, and a friend. I thank you for all that you do, and I love you.
I had a lot of time to prepare some notes. And I think mostly, Joe, I'm happy when I got here, and I don't know if anyone else is in the same boat, just to know you were alive. I figured, here we are gathering in an auditorium together. I actually started at Seton Hall Prep. It was 1984. We were on a different campus. I thought you were 70 then. And so the fact that, you know, here we are celebrating 25 years of shows for you, Joe, I think it's really amazing. You're in trouble. And I remember when Joe took over the shows from Father Cooley, I remember that first day in the auditorium, in walks this, you know, handsome, young, talented, you know, guy with all this energy. And I mean, that was me, and I had to work with Joe. And all I could think of was, this just is not really fair. Some of the younger folks who were here, and I'm glad you joined us, we knew Joe when he could hear. And when he could see. Some of these other people are nodding their heads like, yeah, I remember when Joe could hear. Joe, remember that? And this is the truth. Laura Gregory began her dance, and as she pulled off her glove and threw it without caution, it landed on the Archbishop's lap. And there are very few people who have enough moxie to still be working at Seton Hall Prep after the glove landed on the Archbishop's lap. And I also love the fact, I don't know how anyone else feels about it, that we're celebrating Joe tonight, who did this all by himself, not supported by anyone in his life. I mean, Joe, how did you paint all those sets? Let's just start with that. That was the talent, and a tall ladder, obviously. Very tall ladder. You know, so as we celebrate 25 years of Joe Neglia, I mean, Randy Schweitzer's here, and you know, right from the beginning, Randy was sketching sets and drawing and cursing at Joe. Of course, the 4,000 Neglias who show up for every single thing Joe does. And in the early years, I thought there was one who was very fast, but there are quite a large number of Neglias, Neglia spouses, Neglia friends, near family. So we have a whole Neglia contingency to thank for 25 years of support and friendship as well. And I guess that's it, right?
That's it, Joe.
Yeah.
Can't think of anybody else. Huh?
Of course, there's Teresa, who I don't really know why we're honoring Joe when Teresa's the brains behind it. Pretty much. If you've ever seen Weekend at Bernie's, you understand the Joe and Teresa relationship. So Teresa, you've been for 25 years. You made me dance. I mean, look at me. How does that happen? So, really, that's where the magic. You punched me. You did over and over again. So really, it's a day and a night to celebrate both of you. And I want to thank you publicly, Joe. Also, you gave me the confidence to dress however I wanted. When you're 16 years old and you realize you can pull off OP shorts from 1974 and a Hawaiian shirt from 1806. You've got it. You can do anything. You can conquer the world. We want to thank you for sharing your talent with us. We want to thank you for, Joe, if I'm going on too long, you tell me, I'll stop. If you're rich, if you guys, we can do this later. We're all going to stay until I'm done, Joe, so it's as simple as that. But in all seriousness, you've created a lot of legacies at Seton Hall, and you've taught a whole generation of people how important the arts are. In addition to friendship and love and all the other great things, and perhaps even more importantly than that, that's the systematic thing. More importantly than that, Joe, you've taught us all about the importance of people and how an individual, a single individual, if you give them the attention and the love and an opportunity to shine and an opportunity to feel important, whether through compliment or abuse, it happens both ways, then you can really impact the world and impact the life. So I thank you for that. My whole family thanks you for that, and the whole Seton Hall Prep community, I'm sure, shares in that as well.
I am very, very, very deeply touched. I cannot tell you what a wonderful feeling this is. This was never what I set out to do. I thought, honest to God, Walt McMahon won't bear me out on this. I thought that teaching music in an all-boys Catholic school was a loser's job. Here I am. I'm very grateful I'll put it the right way. I'm very grateful to Walt McMahon for the very first meeting that I was at, saying to me, "We're going to get you." And I thought to myself, what a sweet old man. He's has no idea what he's talking about. He's a sweet guy. And I actually knew Walt's younger brother, Vinny, and I knew of Walt. Walt went to the same high school that I went to, Create a Peace in North Arlington, and Walter's brilliance was legend there, truthfully. There's no joke about that at all. And the leadership that Walter has given the school over my time here is absolutely amazing. Year after year, Walt would say to me, "If you stay one more year, what would you do?" And then I'd say, "Okay." Excuse me. Radishes. And Walter just really allowed me to play, I guess, and to do things. And then the school, Father Kelly and the school went along with it. If I'm the subversive guy, then Walter is maybe my match, because he got me. My big belief in doing this, and I really think that if anything works about what we do, and it's certainly not me, what we do here, it's that you let kids really have a great experience, hopefully really enjoy what they're doing, feel good about what they're doing, learn, and then be involved in a top flight program. That really sounds immodest, but we do have a top flight program here. And I know Father Kelly has been very, very strong in the idea of wanting more music here and more in the arts, and I'm extremely grateful for that, and I'm extremely grateful for the way we've been able to go ahead and do things. Our theater arts program here is absolutely phenomenal. I was talking to John about this, who people think I really don't like, and I don't, by the way, but I have to, just a quick postscript on John Castano. I had done a number of parts through the years, in shows, and again, where I, very shy guy, and I had a very hard time casting anybody in a part that I ever played. And it was very lucky for me John Castano was around, because John always played parts that I played. So it worked very well. So thanks for that, John. I appreciate that. Anyhow, I really, truly believe, if you look back at the shows that we did years ago, and Vin Villardo brought me pictures, a video of Bye Bye Birdie from, is that 89? Yeah. 89, my God. I think I was 14 then, possibly. But in any case, pictures from there. We did good shows back then, but we never had the stage looking the way the stage looks now. And that is not only things being good artistically, that's the school getting behind a great theater arts program. And quite frankly, Teresa does a phenomenal job with that program. Maybe at a time where things are going one way in this state and around, maybe we are swimming the other way. And I gotta tell you, I'm thrilled to be swimming the other way. John said it, and it's very true. Athletically, we are, you will never get ink. I don't know of too many schools that get the ink that we get athletically. Our academic program here is top. Our spiritual program here is amazingly good, with so much there for the kids, that the kids have a way to really reach out and be able to learn. And then for our arts program to be where it is, I couldn't be prouder. I guess I owe thanks to Father Phil Rotuno, I owe thanks to Father Bill Giblin, and certainly I owe a lot of thanks to Mike Kelly, because he never fired me, and I still can't figure out why. But the long and the short of the story is, this has been a great association for me. Teresa and I were trying to figure this out. This is my 25th play here as director here, and not counting schools where maybe I did a show like Harrison High School, Mother Seton, here or there doing a show. I think we figured out that this last night actually was the end of my 60th show. And I know I looked much better than that. So in closing, let me just say this, thank you. That the 25 years, it's a wonderful compliment, it's an incredibly nice thing to happen. I mentioned last night, I mentioned Randy last night, I mentioned Teresa last night, I mentioned John Zadanowicz last night, trumpet player who's been with me from the very get-go. I've been blessed to have my kids go to school here, and my nieces by extension, my nephew, to come here and all be involved in the plays. My extended family, the Shabazians, straight on down the line like that, people who have supported me amazingly. Well.
You getting to the club?
Yeah, maybe. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for supporting Seton Hall Prep Theater. Thank you for supporting Seton Hall Prep Arts. And thank you for supporting Seton Hall Prep in general. When the school does well, we do well, and we can, I like to say, I make a circle, I color it in, I make another circle, I color it in, and that's how we've been doing this for 34 years, and I hope to continue doing it for a few more. I don't know about 34 more, but a few more, okay? Thank you all very much.
Are you good?
time where things are going one way in this state and around, maybe we are swimming the other way. And I gotta tell you, I'm thrilled to be swimming the other way.